My name's Georgia. I studied a Bachelor of Branded Fashion Design at Torrens Uni, and now I'm currently working in men's buying at City Beach. I originally started a different degree doing graphics and textiles, and then I kind of decided I wanted to make the clothes rather than the fabric. Studying on campus was quite fun actually. Being in the classrooms and in the sewing rooms was quite cool, seeing all the big industrial machines, and then just being able to be with all the other students working together on separate things was quite fun. We could all chat about what we were doing individually but all still relate together as a group. All the academics that I interacted with, whether it was in class or just on the campus, were overall really friendly, and then just whenever I needed help they were always there. One of my study highlights was I was able to undertake an internship with Alice McCall as part of my work integrated learning. That was really good to kind of get a feel of what it was going to be like once I finished my degree and graduate. When I first started, I was doing all my practical classes like my fashion illustration, CAD drawing. Then I started to learn sewing and draping and had a few assessments where I was able to implement those skills, which was really nice and rewarding. And then I wanted to implement those skills into my final graduate collection, but then couldn't due to suppliers not being able to give us fabric and not being able to conduct photo shoots because of lockdown. So then I went down the route of 3D rendering, so I taught myself to 3D render. Play 3D is a digital fashion program where you can create 3D renders of your clothing. It's basically creating patterns online, then sewing them together virtually. I found it really interesting and decided that that was the way I wanted to produce my designs at the end of my degree. So here I just had to make each pattern piece digitally, put my print on them, and then I would basically sew along each line. Just say that I want this line connected to this line, and then it would kind of join together at the program. Same here with the pants, like I'd have to do every little piece individually, like all the little belt loops, the pockets and whatnot, so it would all come together. From the 20-piece range collection, I produced 5 of these pieces into 3 looks. For each of my looks, I also did my technical and specification information, which included my costing, just all the make specifications, like the buttonholes, just little things like that, the sizing of it, and then just everything that needed to be included, whether it was buttons or tags or samples. The tech and spec pack are standards just used within the fashion industry all over. I was able to learn what components are used within these and how to create them for myself. They're basically just documents that provide a supplier with everything they need to know about your garment and how to put that together to make it look exactly how you want it to look. When using Clo, I found it really unexpected that you could move the fabric yourself with your cursor and it would move the way it does on the actual body. And then you could get the actual figures to move and dance and everything, so it looked like a real fashion show. I also made a little branding video. I ended up removing the avatars just so it would focus a bit more on the clothes, and I really liked how you could get all the little wrinkles whenever the dress walked to space. For my final collection, I also did some mock-ups of just overall branding for my brand. So I did packaging, you can see here the swing tags and just like little boxes that my garments would ideally come in. I did all these on Photoshop. Same with social media, I made what a fake Instagram would look like for the brand. And then I also went on to do the same thing for a website, like a mobile and desktop display as well. What I really liked about Billy Blue was that it was a lot of hands-on practical skills that I was able to learn and then just implement those into the real world in the fashion industry. I think it prepared me for a lot of the things that I'm finding now in my day-to-day work life. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have found this useful.